do this quick live from the bathroom. Everybody, y'all don't forget to like the video coming in. Like the video. Like the video. Like the video. So currently I'm in the bathroom dealing with this condition. I'm speaking Helen over. And I was watching some content. You know, I want to give a shout out to all of my angels, ancestors, and spirit guides, and of course, the Most High. I have genuinely done my best to just overcome every test and trial. Andrew JustDee, thank you for tuning in, family. This week, I've been busy. You know, I'm busy marketing and promoting for the Real Life Mic Drop event that's happening in Dallas this month on the 18th. Which, before I continue, any artist or rapper, if you're in Houston, Dallas, or surrounding areas, DM me on Instagram at JustDee Show. Because the bookings are filling up, and I know quite a few of y'all DM me and was interested, but you need to book your performance because slots are filling up, and once they're gone, they're gone. So to perform actually on the Blue Couch, Real Life does charge their own booking fee. It's a small fee, it's not that much. And because of their platform and their reach, that's their rules that they have set. But there is an additional event right after that that's completely free for all artists that's following that event. So before I continue, like I said, any artists, rappers, and not just for artists and rappers, if you're a podcaster, if you're a blogger, you want to network, you want to, make connections, I will give Real Life Street Stars. Their platform does have the reach, and that's the place to be at. So I've been editing every day. I've been marketing, promoting, connecting with people, making connections. And I'm also, still dealing with this condition that I know I need surgery for and that I speak healing over. I'm grateful that my appointment with my colorectal surgeon, I did confirm, is this coming week. So we'll find out, what's going to happen once I speak with him. So, Andrew said I was looking for you during this week, but yeah, I've been super busy. Real Life Street Stars. It honestly, family, is going to depend on what's going on with my health. I actually do want to go and perform, especially because I was asked to go perform by my business associates. Shout out, by the way, to Baby Savage, and shout out to Real Life Jeff. I definitely want to start this live off giving credit to those who do support me. Thank you. And thank you to all of my D's peeps that support, all the ones that genuinely have been supporting this platform. Thank you to all of you. And shout out to Real Life Jeff for following me on Instagram and reposting the video that I edited, because I spent days editing that. I love that God blessed me with these technical skills that I inherited from my father. Because everything I know, I taught myself outside of, the production training that I received back in 2003. That's what got my journey started with me editing the cult rather, that I speak out against, that I came from, where I was raped when I was a member there. Before all of that happened, before my ex-fiance even came back into my life, I was a podcast videographer. So for those who don't know what a videographer is, that's somebody who actually handles professional cameras, shoots all of the footage during a show. So at the time when I was a member at that church, we started a network, and it's called the Apostolic Oneness Network. Mind you, I was only 19 when I joined this church, so I was very young, but I've always been a techie and a geek. So They brought in the main news media company there. They came to our church and they asked for volunteers that wanted to be a part of this TV broadcast network, and who wants to be a part of this team. We did not get paid at all the work we did was voluntary, because they taught that whole brainwashing, give to God type bullshit. But regardless, I have to give them credit for the journey of me starting to become an editor. So I became a videographer first, then I became a B-roll specialist, and that's the person that shoots the content of the people in the crowd. Like when you watch a concert and you see the person on stage and you see shots of people in the crowd, that's what a B-roll specialist does. So that was my second role. And then once the bishop saw how talented I was, he pulled me into the editing team, and I learned how to analyze footage for post-production and how to cut footage, audio, video. So that's where my start began as an editor, was working for the church. And so I forgot to, hold on, I forgot to turn on subscribers only, because I really don't want distractions during this live. And we don't acknowledge trolls, I just report you. Now, that's how I became a broadcast producer, a multimedia producer, and a senior editor, was working for the church. And again, I did it for free. Everything I did at Christ Apostolic, I did not get paid for. I worked in the kitchen as a chef. I also worked as a server. I cleaned the bathrooms there. I worked in the altar room with people. I prayed with people. I was a part of the sick and shut-in team. The whole entire TV broadcast network. Literally, I was a part of the foundation of the Apostolic Oneness Network. And currently, Dwight Reed is the pastor there, the son of my former pastor, Jeremiah Reed. When we started that network, it was a satellite network. So people had to purchase a satellite dish to watch our shows. Again, this was in 2003. So we're talking 23 years ago. I've been analyzing and editing content and footage for over 20 years, over 23 years. And we use software such as Final Cut Pro, and then we started using Adobe. So I've been doing this for a long time. And that's why all the content on my channel is all of my work. All the content on all 3 of my social media pages on Instagram, that's all my work. All the content on DNP Studios 1 YouTube channel, that's all my work. TikTok, everything you see, D edited. And now it's edited from my phone. I know how to use audio, video, software, nonlinear software editing apps, graphic design apps. And really, I don't use a lot of AI. To be honest, this video that I just produced was the first time I used AI to enhance the still images of Baby Savage and Real Life Jeff. I actually created them sitting on that blue couch using an AI app. Those were not photos of them. What I did is I took a screenshot. So Baby Savage did a quick short actually physically on the blue couch last month, and it was posted on his Instagram. And I was like, I need to make a reel to market for the event. So I took a screenshot from that video of him physically sitting on their actual blue couch. I used 3 different graphic design apps to cut his physical body out and put it on a transparent background. Okay? I don't want to go too technical because I know y'all ain't tech nerds like me. And then I took the part of him that I cut out from the image, and I used 3 different AI apps to place him sitting on the blue couch, just like I did with Real Life Jeff. And y'all don't forget to like the video when you come in, okay? So I'm showing my skill set. And I made 2 different still graphic images, one of him sitting on the blue couch, one of real life Jeff, before I added the bling to the actual typography that says blue couch, before I added the city background and merged the graphics together. Again, I'm extremely good at this. So I was getting ready to start editing another video, which I'm still going to do to market for the event. My ancestor said, go to Real Life's channel and look for content of people actually performing on the blue couch, not just Flip. And shout out to Flip, shout out to the Freestyle King, shout out to Little Kiki, shout out to Zero, shout out to all of the Screwed Up Click, shout out to Above Entertainment, shout out to Clover G TV and Records, shout out to Derek McKinney and Loud Music, shout out to all the H-Town legends that rock with JustDee show. I really do appreciate y'all, and that's why I support y'all so much. And like I said, I know Flip in real life. I've kicked it with him. He's highly respectful, always promotes God and not selling your soul. So I'm always going to promote him. And shout out to you, King. Now, with that being said, I go to the video section, and who do I see? Jaguar Wright. Typically, when I see her, I skip right over the videos because I don't have any desire to watch anything she has to say, which is why I've called out the people who have been watching her and then running shit back to me, because it's like, why the fuck are you even watching her and you fuck with me in my channel? And y'all, and especially those of y'all that witnessed what she did last February. Now, I clicked on this video because it talked about Jaguar exposing Storm. And in the title, I believe it said something to the effect of Jaguar exposes Storm. Yeah, Storm's AI, all of this. And I'm thinking, like, y'all still talking about this shit. Do y'all know that there are trolls still coming to my channel that are blocked from my channel, still trying to leave comments? And you know what's so funny? Because, again, I'm in the bathroom, so I'm, can't be on StreamYard and share screen right now. But y'all need to hit the link, little Tink Tank, on visitbetterhelp.com, because if you're blocked on my channel, all that YouTube Studio is going to show me is a fleeting notification of the beginning of your comment, and it's not going to land you to even look at it because you're blocked. It's people still coming to my channel debating about, I heard Jaguar say that, and why are you lying for her? And I just was like, you know what? After doing a 5.5 hour live where I showed you AI altered content. This has been over a year now. Matter of fact, Storm posted that shit May of 2024. I didn't see it until later in that year. What I will not do, Jaguar Wright, is let you sit your ass on the blue couch and say that it was Google metadata that discovered the AI discrepancies. See, now everything makes sense. You doing the ambush. You continuing the ambush on Maggie's channel, on Odell's, until Odell shut that down. I will give Odell credit for that. He at least did shut you down from continuing to do that bullshit on his channel. But you and Maggie kept going at it for weeks. You, Maggie, and Murph. Murph, who is now dead. I supported you genuinely since 2018 when I found you on Storm's channel, because I thought you were a truth teller. I thought you actually were a real advocate for survivors. But you sitting your ass on that fucking, and you wasn't even on the blue couch because you don't go to Dallas. You do all your shit virtual because you know your outstanding warrant you got out that way. Um, for you to sit there and say that it was Google metadata, really? That's why you and Odell pulled that bullshit with the copyright strike that he took away because there was no credibility for that because you publicly said live that you gave me permission to review your music and to, you know, use your photos and all of that to promote you, which I did because at that time I supported you. When y'all tried to, you need to take down all the content that, you know, you have up of Jaguar. That way there'd be no evidence of the support. There would be no evidence of that 5.5 hour live analysis where you sat on panel with me. And in fact, right after that live, I got a notification from YouTube that you had given me a wrench to your channel. In fact, you went on Con Jones's channel, aka Love Jones, and even told her, we'll go over to the JustDee show. She's the one that discovered the AI editing discrepancies. Now you gonna sit your, now it's bad enough that Cody and other people told me that you was over there taking credit for all of my content, repeating, regurgitating my research on the Real Life Street Stars channel on their platform. That was bad enough, but now you really want to sit there and lie? Normally, I don't leave comments. I just did. I left a long one. Because it's the audacity. See, you're too, what's the word? You're too much of a coward to come over here and face me, but you keep lying. You keep lying on me. You keep lying about me. You won't pull up. You won't take accountability. You won't even apologize. How the hell me and Tammy Wallace are both survivors of sexual abuse and you publicly bully us both? How the hell you got a cruelty-free artistry 5013C LLC, but you publicly bully actual real life survivors of sexual abuse, women who have survived being raped? Your whole entire 5013C needs to be reported and shut down. Then you sat there and said that Storm and other content creators, and you called out Tiggle Bitty's A2 Titties. You called out how they took your content to Media Takeout and then it went to TMZ and MSN and all of this shit. Not one time have you publicly said, I am sorry for cyberbullying JustDee show. I am sorry for making fun of her 5 miscarriages and the medical condition that she confided in me she needs surgery for. I'm sorry for lying on JustDee show. I'm sorry for cyberbullying, gang stalking, slandering, and defaming JustDee show. See, I would have respect for you if you at least would have done that. But you're claiming victimhood. You're claiming that people are making up stories about your GoFundMe and they're calling you a scammer because you are one. Not allegedly, you are. And you're definitely a liar because you lied on me after I supported you for years. You have a pattern, Jaguar, of befriending people on YouTube, getting them to support you. This is your pattern. From Tasha K to Sean Davy Way to Storm to everybody. And really, like I said in my comment, you and Storm are both liars. I feel like both of y'all lied. I feel like you lied about that shit and he lied about that shit, and y'all probably planned this shit just to go viral for clout. That's my opinion. I'm gonna say allegedly. But it's the audacity for you to keep lying. And then just see all these brainwashed real rejects of YouTube, Jaguar Right, Garbage Pail members supporting you in the comment section. Then to see Storm people in there. Jag, you lied. I was on that live. I was on that live. You know what's funny is that even though I don't support you or Storm, I do stand by my own skill set of analyzing footage. That shit was heavily AI altered. And I showed it. That's why I don't entertain trolls and go back and forth with people that want to do the comment war. Baby, I showed it. I showed it. I didn't talk about it. I shared screen and showed a plastic dustpan suddenly gaining wings and flapping like wings where there was no wind blowing. I showed how on one scene, one earring was blowing in the wind, the other earring was completely still, and her mouth was still, but there were words still coming out. That's how you know some shit was AI altered on the video. So like I said, I believe she lied and I believe Storm lied. I believe they both are liars. That's truly what I believe. But it's the audacity for you to sit your black ass on that goddamn channel and fucking keep lying. I was like, the least you can do is stop taking credit for my content and tell the truth. Cause I really don't give a fuck about trolls coming over here. They all get blocked. Ain't nobody finna see nobody's comments on my channel unless I approve it. So they can come here and talk all that shit. I don't fucking care. If a dumbass wants to believe that a dustpan can flap in the wind when there ain't no wind and a dustpan is plastic and hard, then look, baby, be delusional. But my analysis was real. It's very frustrating when people do get paid to lie for clout. Now, I don't know what Jaguar's arrangement is with real life, according to, especially according to Cody. And many other people, they've claimed that Cody said that there was a members only live that they did on real life when Jaguar got locked up, and that allegedly real life was going to pay the $10K to bail her out. Now, Jaguar said it was Odell that bailed her out of jail. So, you know, who knows what's true and who knows what's a lie. But what I do know is a lie is that it wasn't no fucking Google metadata that discovered the AI discrepancies, motherfucker. It was me. And no, her and Odell had no idea. I was shocked at Storm because one, I had been watching his channel to see like when is he going to have Jaguar on there, because he hadn't had her on there for like months. And then all of a sudden, you know, I get the notification and the title, I think it said the video Jaguar Right never wanted y'all to see. And I'm like, what is this? So I go to watch the video, and again, he premiered alive. And premieres absolutely can be edited. When I looked at this and I seen all the comments, because at that time I was supporting Jag, I was like, bruh, what happened between Jag and Storm? Wasn't he like a son to her? So I'm watching this premiere live, trying to get the tea, like what the fuck happened? Because I'm seeing all of these comments of people just going in on Jaguar. And I'm like, why are they going in on her? And something told me screen record this, because when I was watching it, all the damn ads kept popping up and I couldn't analyze it, because to analyze footage, you have to constantly pause and zoom in to look for discrepancies in editing. When you're producing a TV show, that's what you do. When you cut the video sequence and the audio sequence, you have to make for sure that they are perfectly aligned. Otherwise, there will be skips in the video content. So I was like, somebody who's an amateur editor edited this, and this is horrible editing. But then I started noticing shadows jumping vertically, and it looking like there's a shadow of a plane, but there's no plane. Then I'm seeing, okay, why is one earring being still and the other one's moving? Why am I hearing her voice, but her mouth is still? Somebody AI altered this. Let me screen record this so I could really analyze it. I didn't reach out to Jaguar at that point. I didn't reach out to Odell. I didn't reach out to nobody, because I told you I investigate shit before I bring anything to my channel. I was watching it. I watched it over and over and over. I even marked the timestamps of every single discrepancy. I said, yes, some amateur editor edited this horribly. At that point, I had called Odell to get in touch with her. And I texted them both, and I said, I'm about to do a live and I need y'all to join. I said, I just found AI discrepancies in Storm's live. And immediately we communicated, and they was like, oh, for real? I said, yeah. I said, I was gonna send it to y'all, but I'm gonna just do a live. I'm gonna just do a live and actually show what I found. And I did that. Jaguar did not pay me. I don't know why the fuck people keep saying that shit. Like, y'all just be really on YouTube making shit up and running with it. Neither of them had any idea that I chose to do that, because again, I was investigating Storm. I've been following this motherfucker since 2016. And at that time, I was still supporting Jaguar. So I'm like, not Storm turning on Jaguar too. Like, what the fuck? Because I hit her up. I was like, what happened with y'all? I thought y'all was cool. And that's when she told me, like, you know, according to her, she claimed, oh, he's been doing whoop-de-whoop. I ain't gonna lie, both of y'all are fucked up. You and Storm are equally fucked up. You're not better than him. He's not better than you. Y'all both full of shit. That's my opinion, which I'm entitled to. So, just like when I seen Tasha K do that bullshit to Storm with Von Ray and Chelsea, I unsubscribed from Tasha K. Just like when I seen Michelle A.T. Alien going in on Funky Dineva, I unsubscribed from her. When people get too messy, I'm not fucking with your platform no more. That's why I don't fuck with none of these other real rejects of YouTube's platform that try to get me to come on their channels. Like when Danny Robertson tried to bribe me with $1,000 to come on their channel, talking about, I want you to come and show me how Storm AI. It's on my channel, baby. You can come right here, still look at that video. The fuck I need to come on your channel for? So you can get clout and get paid off of me? No. But it really tripped me out, because I'm like, how the fuck all these AI discrepancies are in here? And he's sticking by this story, saying that Jaguar said Jay-Z raped her. Other people like, no, she said that. She said that. I was there. I was on the original live. Okay. And on the original live, the same AI discrepancies were there. See, that's the difference between dumbasses that just come to YouTube to watch content because they fucking bored, and a professional who's been analyzing, editing, producing footage for 20 plus years. Y'all have even witnessed me do that when I show you other content. You've witnessed me pause and rewind. Wait, let me run that back. That's an editor's eye. Not to mention, RJ analyzed it, Cody analyzed it. There was like 3 other people that told me they analyzed it. Charisma Speaks, she analyzed it on her channel. Other content creators, they analyzed it on their channels. We all found the same fucking discrepancies. So y'all dumbasses that wanted to fucking believe that a goddamn broom, plastic ass dustpan flaps in the wind, y'all stupid as hell, so believe whatever the fuck you want to believe. But do not call me a liar. I don't have no reason to lie. She didn't, for what incentive? That's what, critical thinking skills. For what incentive? There was never any payment for those of y'all that made that bullshit up. She paid you to lie. Baby, please show me some receipts. Because, you know, Cash App and your bank and your PayPal, all of that, there's history that shows deposits. Please show me a receipt. And not a fake account that you done made up or some bullshit. Since people are apparently making fake pages and accounts and YouTube channels under my name. No, not none of that. Show me a receipt that on the date that I did that live, Jaguar Right paid me. Because you ain't got now. Everything I did for Jaguar, for Odell, for Maggie, for Natanya Rubin, for Ronnie Bowe, for Sean Atwood and Ron. When I was showing all these, showcasing all these people's channels, promoting them, that's me. That's what I do. I promote people I support. That's actually what you should do if you know somebody is a content creator. You support them, is share their channel, share their content. I'm also a digital marketer. I never got paid for any of that. I never asked for payment of any of that. If I fuck with you, I'm gonna promote you. That's just what it is. So it's annoying to me when I know the truth. And honestly, the loyalty I gave Jaguar, she didn't deserve. She proved it February 9th, 2025. Actually, she proved it before then, but she solidified it on that day. I don't like that I keep hearing about screenshots from my channel ending up not only on Real Life, but other platforms. The content that I discuss a day or two later, she'll literally repeat verbatim what I said and claim it as her discovery, her research, when you don't do no damn research because you're too busy scamming people on YouTube. The fact that she started the smear campaign, trying to get people to believe that I wasn't a real psychic because of Grace. Calling me a scammer, having her real rejects of YouTube, going on Maggie's channel to call me a scammer. That's why it will forever be fuck you to all of y'all. Forgiveness does not mean you get to have access. You did everything you could to try to get me to jump off YouTube. Because at the end of the day, Jaguar, my genuine support for you, you know it was real. That's why you would call me in the middle of the night. D, can you pray for me? I'm getting attacked by demons. Can you pray for me? How many times you pulled up to my channel after not coming to the live because Odell was saying you was asleep and shit, and you would pull up when I would be up late on the live and be like, I know this is the place for healing. I believe that's why you still watch my channel. Because deep down inside, I know you miss the healing. You keep channeling me. I don't know why you keep, I do know why you keep channeling me. But I'm just saying. See, all this drama and low frequency shit and all these trolls and all these real rejects of YouTube and all the garbage pail Jaguar Right members and all the psychos, all of that never existed on my channel until I genuinely showed support of you. publicly on your platform and on mine. Whenever you was going live, I would put my live off or in my live so we could pull up and support you. Now, again, when it comes to business connections with real life street stars, that's separate from the bullshit Jaguar has done over there. I'm not addressing them, I'm addressing you directly. And at first I was like, let me not even comment. I was like, nah, man, fuck this shit. This motherfucker keep bringing her ass over here lying. I want them to see. Stop fucking lying, my nigga. Like, for real. Because literally everybody in the comments is calling you a damn liar. Everybody. There was only like maybe 3 or 4 people that stood up for you. Everybody else was going the fuck in. There's a few people in there calling Storm a liar. Both of y'all are liars. Both of y'all lie. That's the real reason I don't fuck with y'all platform. I know a lot of people thought I was gonna run back over to Storm for what? You proved yourself to be a liar, sir, multiple times. Then you did your little video making fun of her GoFundMe. I did my video roasting her about the GoFundMe because I know that's bullshit. And then she sat there and said both of those cases were dismissed last year. The only reason the Ashley Parham case was dismissed is because Ariel Mitchell Kidd dropped her as a client literally the week of the fucking hearing. Not because you were innocent. Your request to be dismissed from that case was not denied by the judge. I showed it in the docket. So if it comes back with that case, guess what? You still gotta go to court. And I haven't seen an ounce of evidence showing that the case from Bryant McKnight was dismissed. She said that too. So she's like, so people are saying I need a legal defense fund for these cases. Those aren't the only cases. You're out, you still have a warrant. That's why allegedly you won't go to Dallas for not returning the U-Haul truck. There's also the case that Diddy filed against you that involved Sean Atwood and NBC Universal for the making of a Bad Boy. So if it's not for the Bryant McKnight case, then why do you have a GoFundMe for a legal defense fund? Now, she claimed it's for her cruelty-free artistry 5013C and went on about how she's allegedly going to donate. Once she gets to 250,000 subscribers, she's going to donate part of her membership proceeds. You know, again, you're very good at how you word things, and the gullible will fall for it every time. But those who peep game, we see the shit you do. You incentivize people to want to subscribe so that, oh, she's going to donate. Them people don't got no idea what the fuck you doing with that money. So I challenge you directly, Jaguar Wright. If the shit you said on the blue couch is true, prove it. Show evidence. Since it's a 5013C and it's a nonprofit organization, I don't think you should have any issue producing receipts about your 5013C and where the proceeds are going if you're not a scammer. Because see, when I made my GoFundMe about the condition that I'm physically dealing with while I'm speaking to y'all, that I was just at the ER for. When I made that GoFundMe last year, that was before I was hospitalized in July, when I qualified then during the hospitalization for that particular hospital's grant. Before that, everything was out of pocket for my surgery. And the doctor told me I was going to need at least $4,500 to get everything started with all the testing and all of that. When I started that GoFundMe, you, Danny Robertson, and Official King Payne used that for content to say that I was scamming people. In fact, you told your subscribers to report my GoFundMe after you cyberbullied and gang stalked me and called me a hemophiliac and made fun of my miscarriages, made fun of me being a thyroid cancer survivor, made fun of all the health issues, made fun of my, like, you did all of that. And you did all of that because it was going to break me. You thought it was going to get me to jump off of YouTube and stop doing my investigations. And again, it was funny how every single time I brought the satanic ritual calendar up, you had to jump off panel for some reason, even when Odell stayed. You always had to jump off panel. Every time. So I think my investigations are hitting a little too close to the truth for y'all. You know, you and Mr. Carter and Mr. Combs and Mr. Davis. All people I've been investigating for years, in fact, decades, way before I ever had a YouTube channel. It really is sad for you, Jaguar, that everybody who has supported you, you've turned on them. You should truly thank God that I'm a high vibrational high priestess. You've been channeling me a lot lately. And at the end of all of it, my job as a high vibrational high priestess is to speak healing for all. But healing is a choice. And if you choose not to heal, that's on you. That does not affect my life. But I think what you should do is, before you dig a hole even deeper for yourself, spiritually and financially, I think that what you should do, Jaguar, is just take accountability. I think you would get so much more respect from people. Just the general public, because let's be honest, the general public ain't fucking with you. Like, when I be seeing these comments, I'm like, damn, they really be going the fuck in on her. And it was true when all my subscribers was like, yo, you made her likable. Honestly, me doing that analysis of that footage made you look better. And I didn't even do it for that reason. I did it just so I could see, why the hell would Storm do this? Now, let him tell it. He says that, you know, apparently y'all had some issues going on which weren't being publicly discussed. And you said that Storm had previously threw you under the bus multiple times with Tasha K and a bunch of other people. When I started investigating Sean Davy Way is when I found super old videos of you on Tasha K's channel, and y'all were like Bessie. Like, the way you were with me, you were that way with her. So I was like, oh, so this is her game. This is what she does. Just like when Ayasha told me that you told her you watched her for damn near a year before you connected with her in whatever site or I think it was some chat room, maybe it was Discord, whatever, wherever y'all found each other. She said you told her that you watch people for 6 months to a year before you make your presence known. And again, you made your presence known on my channel on October 20th of 2024. I did not come and clout chase to find you. I just showed you genuine support on Storm's channel because, again, like most people, I believed you. I believe that, hey, she's a truth teller. She's from the industry. She's out here exposing these predators. Let's get behind her. Let's support her. Because I'm an actual real life advocate for real. But a liar can only lie so long before they expose themselves. And when people are used to lying, are habitual liars, they sometimes forget the shit that they told people. Because they start believing their own lies. There are multiple conditions that that energy has labels for. Tasha K said out of her mouth that she knew for a fact that you were bipolar schizophrenic. She said that your dad was schizophrenic and that the whole family knew this. And she was like, I don't know why anybody would consider anything Jaguar has to say to be true or credible because she's certified batshit crazy. Those were Tasha K's words, not mine. Now, whether or not that's true, what is absolutely true is that it was not Google metadata that discovered the AI discrepancies. It's like once you realize that you could no longer control me, you tried to destroy me and it didn't work. Then you sent subscribers to betray, to, get close, to lie, to troll. And it was just back to back. It was back to back people. It was people from your channel that kept emailing me or would DM me and try to get my routing and bank account number, claiming that they didn't have Cash App or PayPal and they wanted to send a channel donation. And then when Debbie Donaldson started to GoFundMe in my name without my permission, I'll never forget that shit. I was like, why the hell? And she's from the UK. Her and Nick tried to start a fucking GoFundMe in my name, talking about they wanted to help me raise funds because of my living situation and my health. And I was like, why would y'all? I didn't ask y'all to do that. No. The email where Debbie Donaldson kept emailing me, asking me to send her my routing number and bank account and my phone number and full names, because she's like, we're setting up a GoFundMe for you, D. I was like, nah, don't do that. I knew right then and there, these bitches, y'all stupid as hell. You think I'm that dumb? I'm gonna just give you that information? Again, these are not allegedly. This is literally what happened in my real life from people from your channel, Jaguar. So unfortunately, it does not become a surprise when people from your channel that are currently subscribed to my channel betray me. As much as it hurt that Cody lied to me, and I still pray for Cody, honestly, I wasn't surprised. RC117, Ralph Calderon did the same thing, Dion did the same thing. And they was both donating a shit ton of money. But when people lie and betray, I don't give a damn what you've donated. I'm going to call you out publicly because you did the shit publicly. Now, did Cody run information back to Jaguar? I hope not. But I've been hearing that for months now. I really hope not. I care for Cody like a brother, genuinely. And I've been feeling his energy. I know you're sad. I know there's a part of you that misses a connection. Of course I do too, but I will not tolerate anybody lying to me, especially one of y'all that's over here still from her channel, because I be side-eyeing all of y'all for real. And I'm talking about the ones that are not consistent, that are still subscribed, the ones that are watching from the bushes right now, that don't never participate in the chat. Don't ever take my kindness for a weakness. My spiritual gifts are very real. I know about the conversations between Dee Dee, Soul Sounds, Dion, there was, what was her name? Started with it, Serene. And it's like all of these people came from Jaguar's channel and they stayed after the events on February 9th. And Ralph was the first one to reach out via email and tell me how disgusted he was about what he witnessed Jaguar do and how sad it made him. And Ralph, I was given tons of spiritual advice too. And at this point, I wasn't even charging for consultations because he kept saying that he had a lot of trauma from his childhood, which he did from his mother. I helped him through that. You know, I helped him through that. And he came on here and was telling people about that. Dee really helped me. He wanted to commit suicide. I talked him out of that. This is why when these people betray me, they don't realize how horrible their karma is. I've never cursed any of you. You attracted that because I genuinely supported you when I had nobody around me to support me. I've been going through this medical battle alone. Do you know how hard that is? To lift other people up when ain't nobody around to hug you and encourage you while your body's putting you through bullshit, and then fucking dumbasses on YouTube are calling you a liar while you bleeding out your ass and passing clots? Motherfuckers that don't even know me, ain't never met me, ain't never been around me. My own brother who was out here lying. I haven't seen that nigga since 2017 and tried to see him multiple times over the years. I talked with my nephews this weekend. They're extremely upset because they know the truth. See, to support people when you have to maintain being grounded and centered, when you have to rise above healing complex PTSD from being raped, from being abused, from being robbed, when you have to rise above the energy of depression, the energy of frustration, because why the hell can't I fix this? Because it's been going untreated for too many years. The frustration to want to be able to be back in kitchens, training people and working and doing what I used to do, but I can't do that physically right now. So whenever I do get a chance to cook, I cook, and I cook on my that's my therapy, that's my passion. Just like singing, writing, making music, that's my passion. Editing, creating content, that's my passion. I deserve to get paid for all of that. But I gotta take care of this. Rectal prolapse ain't nothing to play with. Internal, external hemorrhoids ain't nothing to play with. Ulcers, gastritis ain't nothing to play with. Laceration in your lower intestines ain't nothing to play with. I've been working and not taking care of this shit. That's why it's gotten so bad. That's why I'm so grateful for me getting hospitalized over July 4th. Because that opened a door I didn't know existed. Now I qualify for a grant through the hospital. Now I don't have to pay for nothing. That's why I stopped promoting the GoFundMe. So here's the thing. For those who have lied, especially you, Jaguar, that have called me a scammer, if I was a scammer, baby, I would have kept promoting that motherfucker. I would have made up a whole bunch of lies like you allegedly have been doing. I stopped promoting it. I don't have to pay for my surgery now. Lord, thank you for making a way. The tumors in my lower intestines dissolved on their own. Lord, thank you. I don't have colon cancer, but I have to have 2 corrective surgeries. And having to carry heavy things, checking in and out of places, up and down stairs, back and forth, it's making it worse. One thing I'm not going to do is sit on this platform and lie to nobody. And if people don't support financially, God will make a way. I don't need to sit up here and lie and scam people. You know why? I'm a child of God. Even when people say they're going to donate and then they flake and they don't do it. Okay, it's frustrating, but hey, you know what? God's going to make a way. I've literally been walking physically by faith every day since I lost my job for this condition. Because when I worked for Progressive, I couldn't go to the, not emergency room, I couldn't go to the specialist because they wanted me to pay out of pocket because of their high deductible, which went from $1,700 to $2,700 my second year working with them. I told my boss that, I told HR that, I even told the disability services department that, because I was trying to get all of that set up for my job. Because when I'm bleeding, I got to clock out and deal with that. It can last for 2 to 3 hours at a time, sometimes longer. So they fired me because of that, because I couldn't give them the medical documentation to support what I was going through. See, people have no idea what I've been through. But you want to sit up here and lie? And then you, of all people, Jaguar, when I confided in you about stuff, when I was open with you about stuff, for you to use that as content to cyberbully and gang stalk me is exactly why the fuck I've been investigating you, is exactly why, yes, everything is being handled legally right now concerning what you did on February 9th. So be prepared for that. Because that's coming your way. Because you made me feel like I wanted to die. After I did nothing but support you, genuinely. You have no idea how that impacted my mental health. The one person who did was Cody. Again, that's why what he did hurt so much. Because it's like, God damn it, you witnessed that bitch do this shit to me. You was the only person I trusted from this channel. From her channel that stayed. Now you lying? When all I did was support you? I speak nothing but healing and abundance over my life. And even though these people betrayed me, I do hope they choose healing. I really do. Because if you don't, your life is going to be a living hell. Every day you breathe, you're going to keep attracting bullshit. My ancestors will not let you get away just because I forgave you. And believe it or not, Jaguar, I still even pray for your healing because you really need it. You really don't see how fucked up you are. You really don't. Like, I realize that now. You're not capable of seeing yourself. Though it's like Kevin Hart when he did that stand-up. And he talked about dating crazy bitches. And he said, you know, the crazy bitch over there with the diaper over her head that don't know she's crazy? Yeah, that's you. To me, that's how I see you. What you need to do, Jaguar, is really take a break from YouTube. It's not helping you. It's actually making you look horrible. It really is. Your son doing that interview with Tasha K pretty much sealed the deal. And for you to still be out here promoting cruelty-free artistry when you have been cruel to so many artists and survivors of sexual abuse is the greatest display of delusions of grandeur that I've ever seen. How do you make fun of the condition that I told you I needed surgery for and call me a hemophiliac and say, maybe you need to go to sleep and not wake up? Basically, you telling me to kill myself publicly. When you knew I was dealing with depression from my other uncle passing away, you knew I was battling depression from my mom having a stroke again and all of the trauma that I'm working to heal within my family. You knew about the housing situation. You knew about my physical health. You knew all of the shit. And you still chose to do that whole ass shit. And then when Ralph sent me them screenshots of the group chats and the group calls that y'all have been having since the end of October. So it's like, damn, she came to my channel. You came over here plotting this shit. Because again, you came in the chat on October 20th. The date on the first set of group conversations that he sent me was October 31st. Ironically, a satanic holiday. In fact, the Satan is High Holy Day, All Hallows Eve. I think that's the reason you kept jumping off my panel every time I brought up the satanic ritual calendar, because you kept finding yourself on that fucking calendar, allegedly. Everything you did to destroy me only made me stronger. But it's just real crazy that you are choosing to discuss this shit with Storm because Storm called you for bullshit about your GoFundMe. And even though I don't fuck with Storm, that shit was funny. I ain't gonna lie, that was a funny ass video because I watched it because it popped up in my feed as I was researching about your GoFundMe. That was the very first video that popped up was his. But Storm, you're not a victim and neither is y'all are equally fucked up, and I feel like both of y'all are getting publicly exposed and both of y'all deserve that shit. And considering that I did formally support both of your platforms, I'm extremely grateful that now I don't. And I make sure to be very clear about that in my extremely long comment that I left on Real Life Street Stars. I don't support either of y'all. So that can just hopefully kill the trolls as bullshit. I don't support Storm and I don't support Jaguar. I haven't since over a year now. But you lying on me? Oh, I'm gonna check that shit publicly. Cause nah, my nigga. At least be honest about the person that discovered the goddamn AI shit. And if Storm got an issue with me, nigga, hit me up. Because again, there was no incentive for me to do this shit. I did this for free. I did not ask her to pay me anything. And she did not pay me anything. And no, I did not lie for her. I was completely baffled or flabbergasted, as some other people like to say. Like, really, Storm? Everybody, I heard Jaguar say that about Jay-Z, JustDee show. Why are you lying for her? Why the fuck did I? Why? For what? Lie for her for what? I was already a mod. And to be honest, I regretted becoming a mod after I became a mod, but I still was loyal to her until she did that bullshit. Because it was a lot of work kicking all them trolls out her fucking chat all the damn time. I'm like, look, I'm not finna go back and forth with y'all. Block, 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 block. I know what the fuck I analyzed, and I know that shit was AI altered. What I know I heard Jaguar say on other platforms was that Jay-Z, she claimed Jay-Z came at her with a box cutter. She said he was abusive. I heard her say that her ex Trevor Green raped her at gunpoint. I heard her say that. I think one of y'all DM'd me that said y'all heard her say that about Jay-Z. I don't remember which one of y'all it was, but I do remember telling you send me the video so I can look at it, because if she said that, I want to put it out there. But that shit was definitely, it definitely appeared to have been AI altered based on my editing analysis. And that has nothing to do with Jaguar or Storm. That's just my professional skill set that I do stand by. This should not even be a topic of discussion anymore. It's over with. So, and that too. The trolls that kept coming over here or tried to DM me and shit. If it wasn't real, why did Storm take both live videos down from his channel? He claimed it was because he was getting threatened by Jay-Z's team. Really, Storm? Or was it because my analysis showed that you was full of shit? Then you took your ass to Ghana. You left the country, so I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm going to say, you look guilty as fuck, sir. You took down both the goddamn videos. Then you ran your ass out the country like most motherfuckers do when they trying to run from walls or trying to run from, problems that they created. You also kept bragging about how Diddy's team kept reaching out to you, telling you that if you were willing to be in a room with Diddy, he could have you be the next Jason Lee. All you would have to do is spend 48 hours with him. I heard you say that multiple times on your channel. I was like, wow, that shouldn't be something that flatters you. Don't you know that man's a predator? So again, your credibility is the same as Jaguar's, and neither one of you, in my opinion, are credible. Because it seems like both of y'all are riding Diddy's dick, allegedly. And allegedly, people said she physically rode Jay-Z's dick, allegedly, that they used to be fucking. So I don't even care. I really don't. What I care about is the truth. She definitely said the box cutter thing for 1000%. And everybody that keeps saying, nah, D, she said that, ain't nan one of y'all ever sent me a video link to see the video where she said the shit about Jay-Z. Because that AI bullshit Storm put out there, that's not credible at all. Not at all. And too many other people analyzed that footage and saw the same shit I saw. I didn't even know who Charisma Speaks was. When the trolls were coming to my channel and saying that, I literally went on YouTube to look for the video. I was like, well, maybe there is a video I haven't seen. Let me go see. I would type in Jaguar Wright says Jay-Z raped her, or Jay-Z raped Jaguar Wright, and everything that would come up was just people saying this, but no one sharing a link to a physical video that I could watch to verify if it's true. Again, I investigate. I don't go off of what the fuck people say. I go look for evidence. And then I come and show y'all during my lives. So when it's all said and done, the trolls that I know are going to come and try to leave comments, please leave a link. If Jaguar really said that Jay-Z raped her, please send me the actual link to that video. And it better not be that, well, you can't send me the shit from Storm because he took the shit down. That's not a credible video at all. And that is my true analysis, again, as an editor, has nothing to do with Jaguar. Because again, Jaguar had no idea I was even doing that shit. And I screen recorded it because I had a premonition. I said, he gonna take this shit down. And he did. He gonna do it after what you did to me about all that AI shit, nigga. What about what the fuck you did to her? Y'all did fucked up shit to each other. Both of y'all need to take accountability and get the fuck over it. Seriously, move on. This subject is so goddamn old, and it's honestly annoying that y'all both keep trying to bring it up. Like, you really, you ain't got shit else to report on and talk about? And I don't believe for a second that Jay-Z is innocent of any accusations against him. When the last time y'all ever heard Jaguar talk about Jay-Z? She went on Piers Morgan and said that he was a bigger monster than Diddy, and she had multiple witnesses ready to testify against him. And Beyonce, why the fuck you got a cruelty-free artistry LLC, but you ain't brought forth them victims you claimed you had over a year ago? But you called me a scammer. Then you sent Nick to Maggie's channel to drag me for filth. And then y'all came and told me Nick made some video. I didn't even go look at that shit because I don't care. These people are non-motherfucking factors. They need me to make them relevant. That's why I don't really speak on them that much, because they're irrelevant. Once I don't give a fuck about you, I don't. I'm not coming to your channel. I'm not trolling your chat. I'm not trolling your comments. I'm not even watching your content because I refuse to give you views and help you get paid. That's why I even told y'all to stop going to their channels, because you helping them get paid. Talking about you going to defend me. I didn't ask you to do that shit. You choosing to be messy. I don't give a fuck about these people, but what I do give a fuck about is people lying on me. What I do give a fuck about is people lying to me, and what I do give a fuck about is people slandering and defaming me. That's what I care about. Gossip, I don't give a fuck. Because they can only talk if they're watching. Think about that. They can only talk if they're watching. And the trolls that have been blocked from this channel that keep trying to leave comments, baby, I'm not seeing them. Like I said, I'll see a little fleeting beginning of your comment. A Joy tried to leave one. I said, Lord God, she's still watching my channel. Baby, go get some help. www.betterhelp.com. Hit the link. Oh, little tink tank. Because I don't watch your shit. And it was hilarious. I said, oh, not Joy trying to leave a comment, not realizing she's blocked, so I'm not going to see it anyway. Then there was a couple of the Danny Robertson trolls that try to leave comments. Many of the Jaguar right, real rejects that are blocked that try to leave comments. I just laughed. I said, y'all need help. Because again, I only saw this video because I went over there looking for videos to edit for the event. And I'm scrolling and I'm like, not she on here talking about Storm. See, when Adria English said that Jaguar told her, let's be friends in real life and enemies online, is why I don't believe any of this beef bullshit between her and Storm and her and Danny and all this. I don't believe any of that. I think all you motherfuckers sit offline and make, what are we gonna beef about on YouTube so we can all get paid? That's really that's the frequency I believe y'all are on, and that's pathetic. Because when you're talented, you don't need to do that. When you have actual talents and skills and you market those skills on YouTube instead of, the constant beefing and back and no. People who are talented don't actually need to do that to get paid from YouTube. That's why at the beginning of this live, I listed, my skill set as an editor, as a multimedia producer, and a digital marketer. Also SEO, analytics, graphic design, UX design, AI character design, JavaScript programmer, HTML5, CSS3 coder. I speak SQL. I speak Python. I'm a tech geek who knows how to cook and sing and create content. I built my channel with my shorts, not my lives. I reached my first 5,500 subscribers before Jaguar ever even came into my chat. And I was working full-time for Progressive when I started my channel. Wait, no, I was working for the transcription company in Florida when I started my channel. I started working for Progressive February 2022. So I didn't have time to go live. That's why y'all see a lot of funny content, uplifting content, Jill Scott, people that inspire me. And then the fact that she hated that I like Jill Scott and Erykah Badu because she hates them. I've been listening to them before I ever discovered you with The Roots. Jill Scott energy and frequency and music has always uplifted and inspired me since I was a teenager. And Erykah inspired me to be my outspoken self and not give a fuck. Lauryn Hill inspired me to be okay with, being a beautiful black female. Those are artists who inspire me. And I remembered you from you singing with The Roots. I honestly don't remember you from Song Cry. I remember you from you singing with The Roots. And I was like, oh yeah, she's dope, But it wasn't like I grew up listening to them. So at the end of the day, your attempt to dominate me and my channel failed miserably. Your attempt to get me off YouTube failed miserably. All you did was make yourself look horrible. And the fucking people that left with you, I don't care. The so-called supporters that left the channel after you did that whole ass shit, February 9th of 2025, I'm so glad all of y'all left. And everybody who's recently subscribed, thank you. It's the trash taking itself out, and you always get replaced by hundreds of more new subscribers because my channel is still growing despite the people that have unsubscribed. If you don't genuinely support me in this platform, please unsubscribe right now. I won't be mad because unlike Jaguar, I don't give a fuck about algorithms. I care about the truth. Fulfilling my soul contract. The reason I was sent back here when I died and went to heaven, because I really cannot stand this planet. Humans are exhausting. Luciferian energy is exhausting. The satanic agenda is exhausting. But the chosen are powerful, and we have dominion over all of this. That's why God sends star seeds back here. And if you don't know what a star seed is, you should book a consultation with me so I can show you what that is. My frequency has always been transcendent of yours. And as much as a part of you loved that and came to me for healing, the unhealed part of you hated that. Because you're not as powerful as me. I don't care. You think I don't see you and Grace's conversations? You think I don't hear them? You think I don't know the witchcraft and the spell work y'all have been doing? That's my ancestors have been blocking and casting down and reversing back to y'all. You think the prayer that any energy rises up against me shall fall by the wayside immediately and be destroyed, and let chaos and confusion come about their lives and let death and hell follow their own evil intentions back to them? You think that's just words? Every time a person has betrayed me, I've seen them do it before they did it or did it. I had a flash quick as day of conversations and communications between her and not just Cody, not just Ralph RC117, but pretty much all the subscribers that left. It was also interesting how Murph came over here and recommended for me to make Nick one of my moderators when Nick was never one of my original, options, because I didn't really know her like that. And, I remember that she made it a point to show up to every live, and she would constantly ask me to share her YouTube channel because she saw me share Joy's. Which, man, I forgot I did that for Joy. Shit. I sure as shit did. Her first 100 subscribers came from this channel. I'll never forget that because she DM'd me and thanked me for it. Wow. I just remember that. But it was like, just all of this stuff. Like Murph recommended Nick, and then me deciding, okay, I'll go ahead and give her a wrench because of how fast my channel was growing. And I couldn't keep up with the chat, and then all the drama between, the wrench holders and people getting attitudes. And it's like, what? Why do it seem like everybody connected to Jaguar that came over here is on some bullshit? So even the supporters were a part of the setup. That's what I'm pointing out. Oh, D, I love you. I love your content. D, I want to support your channel. D, I'm invested in your well-being. How many times Dion told me that? Then I received evidence that Dion was also allegedly involved, and I'm only saying allegedly because things aren't being handled legally right now, that she was involved in that shit that an official campaign did. So was Stone Paxton, allegedly. And y'all remember when Stone was doing the roast on Jaguar, and it was funny at first, and it just turned into a whole smear campaign. Again, remember what she told Adrian English, let's be friends in real life and enemies online so we can get this money. According to Adrian English, I'm seeing a pattern of behavior. And I'm glad that I'm no longer connected to any of those people. That energy is exhausting. And when you're truly about your peace being your priority, you don't want any part of that. That's also why she did what she did, because I kept rejecting her and Maggie's invitations to sit on Maggie's channel and bash people at 6 a.m. after I've been up all night on my own live. Why don't you come join us? No, I'm good. I'm not finna sit up there while y'all just bash content creators that I don't even know and don't give a fuck about. I mean, I don't like shit like that. I don't care. I don't be on YouTube for that. So, you know, seeing things for what they are now, I'm going to be honest. I think the only reason Jaguar is speaking on Storm is because Storm has received a shit ton of backlash and his platform is not popping the way it was. Because I was reading between the lines when I heard him say on his own video where he was bashing her for having to go fund me, you know, you was getting a lot of donations when you was over here. You was getting a lot of support when you was over here, almost like he wants you back on his channel because his channel is struggling. So maybe that might be why you might have brought him up on Real Life so that people can go, traffic can go to his channel. So I'm extremely analytical. I see the whole play. I see all of this shit. I did not want to participate. You could not control me. I checked you on the phone when you started talking to me crazy, especially during the family calls. I'm like, I don't know who the fuck this motherfucker thinks she is, but you ain't finna talk to me like that. I don't give a damn how much I support you. I don't support you being fucking verbally abusive. Then you did the shit during the live. You kept raising your voice and talking to me. I was like, who the fuck? Bitch, I'm grown. I'm not one of your fucking kids. The fuck you talking to? All the shit I did for you, on and offline, never asked you for a dime. And then you tried to have me trafficked, allegedly, trying to send me to Yellow Beezy's house, talking about it was a safe house. And how I could go stay there for free, ain't gotta pay no rent. But they'll take my phone and I'll be in a house full of mercenaries, so I don't have to worry about nobody trying to hurt me. But I won't be able to have my phone and I can't order. And I was like, the fuck? Then the next thing was the fear mongering about how Jay-Z was going to come and try to kill me by way of Danny Robertson, your words. Because you're a truth teller and you're a spiritualist and Jay-Z's hunting spiritualist. All this bullshit. Like I'm supposed to be scared of a geriatric rapper who is not popping anymore. When the last time Jay-Z put out an album that you listened to? I'll wait, because I ain't. Last shit I heard from him was the Ape Shit song. I did like that song. I ain't gonna lie, that shit was popping. The whole, you know, going ape shit, that shit was dope. Other than that, nah. I don't fuck with that nigga's music. So, you know, like I said, people is real interesting. That today was a day I was like, let me go over here and see what other footage I can capture and, you know, create additional promotions for the event. And then I see that shit. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Not this nigga bringing this shit up. But the reason it's being brought up is because there are rumors of a lawsuit coming towards Jaguar about her saying that about Jay-Z. Those are rumors, though, because I've been researching. I don't see an actual civil lawsuit filed by Jay-Z against Jaguar. Now you feel the need to defend your GoFundMe because of all the content creators that are talking about you. Funny how my ancestors did that. When I pray that prayer of reversal, return to sender, baby, this is your return, my nigga. If you didn't know it by now, your ass is getting your karma right now because everybody's talking about that shit. You tried to embarrass me. You tried to humiliate me. You used Danny Robertson and Fisher King Payne and it failed. He almost lost his whole fucking channel behind that shit. Now I have a whole FBI criminal investigation against all three of y'all. Behind clout. People getting paid to lie. That's why I reshared, shout out to Little Kiki, his video. Because that shit definitely resonated with my real life. You get paid to sit on these platforms and lie. Even if that payment is you doing interviews in exchange for people allegedly bailing you out of jail. You would do so much better at attracting your healing if you started telling the truth. You would do so much better at building platforms if you actually were an advocate, which you're not. Because ain't no advocate threatening her ex-husband's new girlfriend and her children with being raped and bullets put in their head. See, the reason I showed that video is because, and somebody has been sent that to me when I was still aligned with you. And I would just ignore all the troll emails. And it was one of y'all that reminded me about it. And I said, let me go back and look at this email. And I was like, she damn sure did say that shit. Because they had been saying, don't you know that Jaguar threatened for someone to be essayed? I'm like, I ain't seen no video of Jaguar saying that shit. But once I seen it, what did I do? I put it on my channel and showed y'all. That's why I'm even asking right now for all the trolls that keep claiming she said, y'all said in all them comments on Real Life, she said this on other platforms. Drop the link, please, so I can play it. Because I absolutely will on my channel. The same way I showed my analysis of Storm, that AI bullshit, I'm going to show that video. If there is a real video of her saying that Jay-Z raped her, I want the link so I can play it on my channel. I absolutely will. Because again, I'm investigating her. So it's not about clout or beef. No, I'm literally investigating you. Because I think it's completely unfair to all real survivors who have been raped and or molested or trafficked. I think it's fair to all of us that the truth about you get exposed because you've been lying so that people will financially support you for years. And you've linked up with other content creators to do it. I remember that shit with you and Goomba and the Cash App shit. I remember the lives at the pool when you were charging people to answer questions about Diddy. I remember the Linguini, aka Lingina Gold shit. I remember that. And I watched from afar and I peeped game. I said, okay, let me watch her. Even though I support her, let me watch her because that's you doing some shady shit. That's some shady ass frequency ass energy. And when you could no longer have control, again, when people can't control you, they try to control the way other people view you. So then I was like, wow, all these people that was just on my channel last night telling me how much they love me, now they over there on her channel talking shit about me. Because they're followers, they're sheep. They're the ones that when shit hits the fan with this Mark of the Beast new system, all of y'all, all of y'all are going to follow the leader and be led to the slaughter. Because if you don't think that they're not going to end up slaughtering people eventually that don't want to take the mark, you are sadly mistaken. That's in the Bible. The righteous were slain for standing for the word of God. This is why I don't give energy to distractions anymore. I don't go back and forth with these people because I know who the fuck I am and I know my truth. It is time. This is not a game. This is not conspiracy theory. We are literally living out revelations. We are in the tribulation now. The only thing we should be focused on is getting the fuck off the grid. No YouTube, no phones, no social media, none of that. Because if you have those devices, even if you go up in the mountains and you use a Faraday cage, they can still track you. They have technology within these so-called smartphones, nanotechnology, At any point, they can activate your microphone and hear everything you say, even without the battery. Why do you think they made all the new phones with batteries that cannot be removed? Because the old models, if you remove the battery, they can't activate shit, even if there is a RFID chip in it. See, this is why I've shifted my focus to that, because that is what I'm supposed to be focused on according to what God showed me in heaven. All of this drama shit ain't nothing but distraction. And who's the author of confusion? Satan. God is not the author of confusion. That's why even my prayer of protection, when I say let chaos and confusion, that means give them over to them low frequencies until they repent. Reverse their shit back to them. I will not receive it. You will receive your own shit back. You send an evil energy towards me, trust me, baby, it's coming back to you 100,000 fold. And it's going to be bound to you until you repent and until you do right by me. I don't have to do voodoo on you because you're already attracting it because you're in a lower frequency than me. And when you send evil intentions, when you do spell work, when you do witchcraft and all of that bullshit, your covens, your incantations, and all of your pyramid levels. When y'all do all of that shit, my ancestors are not only blocking it, they're sending it right back to you. And then death and hell is coming back towards you. So again, you're attracting that. What you focus on, you give your power to. If you focus on doing people harm, baby, what you put out, you receive. That's why the whole thing about spirituality is do no harm, but take no shit. And when people send me harm, I send it back. I'm way to fuck up here in my frequency. You can't even reach me, baby. And the more you try, the worse things are going to be for you. So people can call me a voodoo witch, and one of my clients said his mom called me a Haitian voodoo priestess. Baby, I'm not even Haitian. You don't even fucking know me, but I do see you, and I see the shit you doing, and shit's about to go real left for you. God's going to avenge the chosen that y'all have done harm to. And it's really not even God doing it, because God doesn't bring harm. The angels do. See, when I went to heaven, God's a frequency. It's definitely not a white man. It's not a man at all. There is no man in heaven because there's no humanity in heaven. You are in a celestial energy, frequency when you're in heaven. God is frequency. God is not he, God is not she. Human beings with their low thinking assign gender roles to a limitless, infinite being that is energy. So the way that I am so highly protected by heaven and my ancestors and my spirit guides and my ascended masters, when I call upon them, angels of light and dark defend me. I don't know why y'all keep thinking you can come against me and win. It hasn't worked yet. 33 on the live clock. Angels confirming. Ashe. Before this year is over, Jaguar, you're going to be publicly humiliated in a way that's going to be much worse than what you did to me last year. I've already seen that premonition. And this time you won't be able to refute it, because these people, and it's a group of people, and it is people that you know, and some of these people are related to you, they are already planning it. The same way y'all planned that shit against me last year, oh baby, that's coming back around, and that's going to happen before the end of this year. And I don't believe your 5013C is going to stand. Like your past attempts at, nonprofits that failed, I just don't see cruelty-free artistry being something that's going to have any sort of longevity to it. And I think that very 5013C is probably what's going to land you in jail when I saw you in the orange jumpsuit. I think it would be in your best interest to start confessing now than making GoFundMes and claiming that it's not for your cases, even though the title says Legal Defense Fund. Show some evidence that it's for cruelty-free artistry. Since you like to show so much about everybody else, since you got everybody else's name in your mouth, how about you show some receipts that your legal defense fund that you have the GoFundMe for is for cruelty-free artistry? I think you should make up some content real quick to make it look like it's for cruelty-free artistry, because that video that's on their channel can actually incriminate you if you don't have that evidence. Then you said all 45 content creators that spoke about your GoFundMe, you wish you had a lasso to choke all of them. Why are you even making? See, again, that shit is in alignment with what you said to Goomba. Why are you so angry if it's not true? Why not just show evidence that it's not true? You like to record conversations with everybody. Where are the records for cruelty-free artistry? Where are they? Where are the records that you have a business bank account set up in the name of cruelty-free artistry, and that bank account, your nonprofit organization bank account, your business account, that is where the proceeds from your GoFundMe are coming to? See, you can show those records and you can block out all of your bank, details. You can block out confidential shit. What I do on this channel when I go live is I physically show receipts. I've never seen you do that, ever. You just make speeches that sound convincing with no evidence. Now, what I know I heard you say about Jay-Z was that you said he attacked you with a box cutter. Do you have evidence of that? I think now would be the time to put that evidence out, since a lot of people are saying, especially on Real Life, that you're not credible. Why isn't your music your focus? You've deluded yourself to believe that you're a celebrity, but you're not for music. You're known for being controversial and saying salacious, baseless things, according to many, many media outlets, not just TMZ. You're an artist. Most artists use YouTube to promote their music. On that video, you are just now saying that you're, I use my, my platform to have fun. Oh, like what JustDee show does with the roast. Like how I lately have been singing and doing, covers and just having fun. The way that you copy off of me should be studied. Because I'm not a celebrity, and I don't even ever want to be. I don't even like any of that. Especially now that I really do know what the fuck it is. I think you would garner more positive support if you actually focused on your artistry of music and less on sitting on YouTube lying and slandering and defaming people and bullying people and threatening people. You want to choke people because they're exposing content you put out? Like, you put the content out. You put the GoFundMe out because you was trying to compete with Tasha K. Because Tasha K went viral for raising 10 stacks with her subscribers. But Tasha K owes $4 million. So, baby, that's not even a drop in the bucket. But what was clear is to see how quick people are to follow bullshit artists. Because Tasha K, you talked yourself into a lawsuit. And when Cardi told you to take it down, you kept running your mouth. That's why that video of Kia dragging you for filth, I'm about to re-edit and post, because the shit was hilarious. That was a roast. If I ain't heard one before, that's better than mine. You're constantly in competition with Tasha because she was the friend you lost. And how many times have I told you, when you try to compete with me, baby, you can't compete where you don't compare. You don't compare to me. Not in frequency, not in talent, not in integrity, not even in spirituality, because you and Grace are always succumbing to dark energies. You guys are always consulting with the dark. You pledged your soul to Baphomet. I'm exposing Baphomet. I'm exposing the satanic agenda. And depending on how things go the rest of this day, I may even do it tonight. It just depends. I don't know, because there's a lot going on right now. But regardless, when I do come back, I'm going to keep doing my investigations. What I genuinely believe, Jaguar, is that you're a plant. You talked about Charleston White being a plant and an informant. You have all this information. You allege, at least, that you have all this information about Jay-Z and Diddy and Beyonce and, all this shit. But everything that you say is repeated from other people's platforms, especially Lipstick Alley. And especially even from my own platform. When you went on Real Life, Cody's the one that reached out to me and told me, he said, she's over there word for word talking about the Diddy documentary, saying the very same things you just said on your live. And I looked at the date, and sure enough, it was 2 days after I had did my live. Same thing with Angie Stone, same thing with my investigation about Whitney Houston. Everything I've been talking about, you've been repeating on Real Life. Like, it's your research. So that's why I put that comment. Like, nah, you can at least be honest about who discovered the damn this AI discrepancy shit. Not you lying, talking about it was Google metadata when you know damn well that's not true. And I have the receipts. I have the emails still. I have the text messages still. Just because I blocked you or blocked Odell's number don't mean I don't still have the fucking text messages. Just because y'all kicked me out of the family chat on Instagram don't mean I didn't take screenshots when I was in that motherfucker. Before you removed me. The fuck? I always have receipts. Just because I don't publicly put them out there don't mean I ain't got them. When Ralph sent me all that screenshot about Murph and him and Nick and Plotter and Dragon X and Steph and Maggie and Grace and all of y'all having these conversations, it was just interesting how he kept telling me how loyal he was to me, and I was just acting to get information. But again, I didn't ask you to do this. Just like I didn't ask Riri to run to all these platforms and listen to people talk shit and defend me. I never asked any of y'all to do any of that. Y'all chose to do that shit. To keep up drama, and all of y'all came from her channel doing the same fuck shit she does and thought I was gonna think you're loyal. I know Cody felt he was being loyal by coming back and telling me what Jaguar was saying, but I'm saying in the back of my mind, why are you watching her? You're consistently watching her. Why? I don't. I'm always questioning the person bringing me the information. I'm always questioning your loyalty when you're bringing me what you call tea. Very deep thinking Scorpio, very much 10 steps ahead of you, very much empath, clairvoyant, psychic medium. I read souls for a living. I can see right through you without having to physically see you. I can see you in the spiritual realm. I can hear your conversations. I can even hear your thoughts. And I can physically feel your energy, and I can feel when it shifts. And I pay attention to patterns. Not what you say, what you do. I was noticing the shift within Jaguar months before February. 4444 on the live clock. Ancestors, thank you. This shit needs to be dealt with and over with. The fact that Cody told me, I guess she said she was bored with people talking about the Epstein files and the victims, but you have a cruelty-free artistry LLC claiming to support survivors of sexual abuse. I would never say no shit like that. The fuck you mean you're bored with it? Anybody who's a real survivor should be investigating all of this shit. Make people aware, to make children aware, to make teenagers aware, to make parents aware. When you have survived that trauma and you know how it feels, you should want to help other victims. You should want to help other people heal from it, not threaten them with sexual abuse. How the fuck? I still don't understand how the hell you left 5011 voicemails on Goomba's phone talking about how you know they're gonna rape her and the kids and they're gonna do it in front of you and put. I'm like, what the fuck? How does a woman who's been raped, how can you say that about another woman and her children? But I'm supposed to believe you didn't sacrifice Giovanni? And you're an advocate? You have a whole 501c. Like I said, I look. The people involved with helping you establish that 501c are going to be the same people that are going to have it taken down. Be thankful I warned you. They're going to take you for all the shit you got. That's going to be your karma. And it's all going to play out publicly. I've had multiple premonitions of that. I know exactly who's going to do it. It's a group effort, including some of these content creators that you just named recently. Like I said, what goes around always comes around, because I could have done so much, which is within the nature of an unhealed Scorpio, to seek revenge. But I was like, you know what? She's going to attract it. When they started showing me all this shit, I was like, oh, my ancestors are going to handle that. I told y'all there were going to be 5 deaths. Honestly, it is unfortunate that Murph died because he has kids. That is unfortunate, because I know what it's like to lose a father. But unfortunately, if that's your karma, that's your karma. I've seen Nick's funeral multiple times. I've seen Grace's funeral. I even seen how how they gonna kill her. I've seen Odell get shot in Oakland. I've seen death come for the people connected to Maggie. Then I've seen Maggie end up in some shit up in Jaya. I've seen everything that's about to happen. And at my core as a spiritualist, when the Bible says pray for your enemies, I'm required to do that. That does not mean I support these people. That does not mean I want to reconnect with these people. That means I got to do what God told me to do, no matter what they do to me. And that is what the true Christ, Yeshua, did. He prayed for the very people that turned on him. Y'all think Judas was the only disciple that turned on Christ? No, if you read the Apocrypha books and the other missing books, he had many Judases. So it's not a surprise to me when people who claim to love me and support me betray me because they did it to Christ. It's hurtful. It's very hurtful. Especially if I really loved and cared about you and still do. But at the end of the day, you reap what you sow. What you put out, universal law, what you put out, you receive. What you focus on, you give your power to. No matter how bad my avatar, because that's what I call this body, because I'm a limitless being. No matter what this avatar does, no matter what generational curse, medical conditions have been passed down to me, I constantly speak healing over my body. When things have not manifested, when times are hard financially, Lord, thank you for my abundance that's coming in. Thank you for my new beginning. Thank you for the contract offers. Thank you for my new home. Thank you for my new car. Thank you for genuine 1000% supporters that I don't have to question. Thank you for people that I'm spiritually aligned with. I do gratitude mantras because gratitude attracts abundance. I don't speak lack over my life. And even when my body's putting me through stuff, I'm praying to manifest healing. Again, my frequency transcends all of y'all. That's why y'all wanted me. Everybody kept trying to get me to go on all these different platforms after Jaguar did the shit she did last year. I turned everybody down. If I didn't fuck with you then, I'm not fucking with you now. I'm not mad at you. She did that shit. She had Tickle Bitty ate two titties and no nuts all up on her channel and shit. I'm not aligning with low frequency motherfuckers. For what? There is nothing you can give me. Spiritually, we're not aligned. So all you can do is attempt to lower my frequency, but I got dominion over your demons, so that ain't gonna never happen. That's what sets me apart from most people, is I'm real for real. I'm not finna align with your enemies because I don't fuck with you no more. Now, will I investigate and expose you? 1000%. But let me go on their platforms? Nah, fuck them niggas too. And fuck the ones that said, oh, that's what she gets. That's what you get for supporting Jaguar. Well, baby, then you need to tell every survivor of sexual abuse that supports her that. And I guarantee you, it's not going to be a good look for you. We gravitated to Jaguar because she was very convincing that she really did care about women who have survived being raped, trafficked, and molested. That's why we all supported her. Even those of y'all that are still here, that's why y'all supported her. And as a survivor, no, I do not deserve to be cyberbullied and gang stalked, slandered, and defamed. I don't deserve for dumbasses to put my birth records on their live for content like it was funny, and now you got a whole felony FBI investigation against your motherfucking ass for that bullshit. All because I roasted you, all because not just Jaguar, other content creators said that you were allegedly a pedophile, Official King Payne. You know how many content creators have alleged that they have evidence of you allegedly putting cameras in little boys' bathrooms? And your whole energy gives pedophile. I'm speaking as a woman who got molested as a child. When I had to listen to your stupid ass live, to screen record, to get the evidence, to send to YouTube, to have your video taken down, and to the FBI for the felony cybercrime you did, I could hear it and I could feel it. You can lie to whoever the fuck you want to. Energy does not lie, my nigga. You give pedophile energy. I felt it. You give that energy off. You literally, I feel that energy when I hear you speak. That's why I can't stand to hear your voice. And you can say whatever you want to say about me, my nigga. Everything I've prophesied to everybody on my channel publicly has manifested. Hell, everything I told y'all last year has manifested already. So you don't get to put my birth record on your channel and call it a roast. That is literally a felony. And your ass is so ignorant and so fucking stupid that you didn't know that. That's why I didn't respond to you. I didn't troll your chat. Dion was the one that told me that you were on live doing it. And my first question to her was, why are you watching him? He's one of the ops. That was the red flag right there. And Dion kept getting close to me, sending donations, calling me all the time, texting me all the time. You know, sis, are you okay? I'm invested in your well-being. You know I support you. She constantly talks shit about Jaguar, just drug her for filth, just like Ralph Calderon did, RC 117, even though he was a part of the bullshit. Again, I know the pattern with y'all trolls. You come towards me, D, I love you, I support you, fuck Jaguar, I hate her. And then y'all be behind my back still fucking with her. And thought because I didn't immediately call you out that I didn't know. I'm a Scorpio. I sit and watch you. I watch your pattern. I watch your behavior. I count how many times you lie before I call you out. And I'm going to be honest. It hurt me to have to address that shit about Cody. It hurt me that he even did the shit. I really cared about you like a brother, for real. You didn't have to lie. You could have just been honest. So at the end of the day, these people have done all of this to try to get me to get off this platform. Stop exposing the satanic agenda. Stop exposing the truth. And baby, I rose like a phoenix from the ashes, like every evolved Scorpio does. I don't need to lower my frequency and go back and forth with you. I already see what's coming towards all of y'all, and a lot of y'all are about to get hit with death. And official King Pain, your mother is about to die. I saw her in her casket, in one of your sisters. You attracted that to your family with the bullshit you did last year. Be thankful I'm warning you about the premonition I had. I saw your mother end up getting diagnosed with cancer, and then I saw her have a heart attack. And then I saw one of your sisters get tragically killed in an accident. You made fun of me crying about my father that died. I said to you on the live I did addressing your live, that by this time next year, you're going to know what that pain feels like. I think you should emotionally prepare yourself for that. Losing a parent and children, those are the two worst pains any human could ever experience, and I've experienced them both. I've lost 5 babies, and then you called me transgender, and I've lost 5 babies. Transgender women cannot have children. And you said that was in defense of me and Odell previously roasting Danny. Because again, Danny ain't never cammed up, ever. And according to Odell, he said that is a man that dresses in drag. And that's not a trans person. That's just a cross-dresser. And that wasn't said to make fun of anybody in the industry as far as the LGBTQIA industry in the community. It was living your truth. If you are a man that dresses as a woman, just live in your truth. So you had no reason to do what you did other than maybe the allegations against you for being a pedophile might be true. Maybe that's why you got so mad. But either way, your ass is going to jail too. But before you go to jail, you're going to know what it's like to lose a parent. And I think you might regret having sat your ugly ass on your platform making fun of me. In that ugly ass Timu ass wig that you bought trying to impersonate my natural beautiful black hair, something you don't have. And if you would stop trying to be a bitch so much, you might get respect from women who are strong like me, because you act like a whole bitch. You don't act like a nigga that's got dick and balls. You act like a damn pussy ass female. This whole shit with you and Jaguar and all these other people, ain't nobody got time for that. The real reason y'all are mad is because I rejected every one of y'all's invitation to come on your channel. I have no desire to fuck with any of y'all. One, I got too much shit I'm dealing with in real life. Two, my focus is on aligned connections with people that I can actually create something with. Business, my skill set, my talents. Not I'm gonna sit on YouTube and cloud chase to try to get AdSense deposits, because that's all you motherfuckers do. Y'all have no talents outside of doing that. Like I showed that. These people have no talent. No Nuts is a terrible wannabe actor. This nigga got arrested and went to jail for impersonating an attorney with clients that paid him. That's not alleged. That's public record. I showed it. He went viral for 15 seconds for him and Gene Deal getting into it at the outside of the Diddy trial. He went to jail again. So again, what is your talent beyond just sitting on YouTube and slandering and defaming people? I have multiple talents, regardless of the medical challenges that I speak healing over. One, I'm a spiritualist. I'm a psychic. I channel people's childhood trauma. I aid and assist them in healing it. Anyone who's booked a consultation with me, including Cody, will tell you that. And Cody, again, hadn't booked a consultation since last year. All the spiritual advice, all the emotional support I gave him because I felt like he was like a brother. I did not charge him because he is a disabled veteran. And he told me that his VA benefits got cut in half when Trump did that beautiful bill shit. That's why if he couldn't send a donation to help, it was like, okay, cool. But, you know, at the end of the day, again, the pattern of offering and then not following through and lying about PayPal and lying about cash, anybody got time for that? Nigga, just say you don't want to help and be done with it. Be honest. Don't lie to me. I look at all of this shit, all of this confusion came into my life after Jaguar did. None of this existed on my channel before October 20th of 2024. None of it. Those are the facts. So, Jag, you can call me a troll all you want. Motherfucker, you know I genuinely supported your motherfucking ass on Storm's channel since 2018. You know that. You know I genuinely supported you after you came into the chat. You know every family call, I gave you genuine support. Every time I prayed for you, I publicly prayed for you and with you multiple times. At the time that I showed you love and support, all of that was genuine. But you just acted. I think you should get on Tubi. I think that's your platform. YouTube ain't it. Because you just making yourself look like an asshole on YouTube. You need to get on Tubi. Or better yet, go on over to Zeus. You know, the network that does nothing but showcase low frequency black content. That's the perfect place for you. Because they're not gonna ever try to paint you in a good light. They get paid for people watching negative content. That's why I don't like Zeus. I don't even watch that shit. When I first tried to, I was like, I can't even, this is bullshit. All they doing is exploiting black people and making them look stupid. And niggas is going for it because they getting paid. They don't care. Again, I have integrity. I don't care what I'm going through. I'm not going to trade my integrity for profitable gain. If that was the case, I would have accepted Danny Robertson's invitation last year to come on their channel. Because again, I don't know if you're male or female, so I just say they to be safe so I don't misgender you. But I would have went on that channel, took the money, and let that person exploit me. All of this shit y'all got going on, man, it ain't nothing but distraction. Let me tell y'all something. This Mark of the Beast system is about to be rolled out quickly. you are not going to be prepared for it because you're so busy focused on bullshit. And you're going to be one of the ones that ends up taking the mark because you weren't prepared to get off the grid. A lot of y'all are going to take that mark. You're going to get that chip implant because you don't know how to do anything. You don't have any talents. You don't know how to do shit but sit on YouTube and lie on people. And you have no knowledge. I've been researching this since I was 11. My dad prepared me for this. My grandfather, who's a former veteran, he prepared me for this. This is real. And y'all gonna be so caught up in this YouTube and social media bullshit, it's gonna catch you unaware. Just like the Bible said, when they say peace and safety, then sudden destruction is gonna creep in. Like a woman that travails in pain and labor. You're gonna be so caught off guard because you're so caught up in these distractions, this AI bullshit. If a meteor was going to land and crash on our planet today, would you care about any of this? Ask yourself that. If this was your last day on Earth, would you care about this bullshit on YouTube, or would you try to align your frequency with the Most High God and spend your last moments with your family, your loved ones? I watched that movie, Don't Look Up. That was some real shit. Everything they showed in that movie is exactly what I've been trying to tell people on Facebook for over a decade that called me a conspiracy theorist. I said they already have, the very elite have fucking ships. They've been going to the super Earth since the fucking late 90s. That's when I discovered them in my research. I showed my parents, I said, did y'all know there's super Earths? There's other Earths that have been discovered by NASA. And the wealthy, y'all think they have jet planes. Baby, they got rocket ships. They're going to leave because they know what's coming. Y'all need to watch that movie. That shit on that movie is everything. I swear to God, I was like, bruh, this is the shit I've been trying to tell people for decades. Why do you think they just sent Gail up there, Oprah's alleged girlfriend? Project Blue? What was it? Project Blue Book? Why do you think all these elite people is going the fuck out of the goddamn universe, bruh? Why do you think they're traveling to Mars and the moon and super Earth? They're gonna leave. They're going to let this earth be destroyed by the low vibrational demons. This is prophecy. If you look in Revelations, it's in there. This is why these people have worked so hard to cause all these distractions on my channel, because I'm the only one on YouTube really exposing this shit to get the people to wake the fuck up and get prepared. Ezekiel 38:7. Be thou prepared, not scared, prepared. And I have to do these types of lives so that y'all can have something to come back and listen to. Because when I'm off the grid, no one's going to be able to reach me. Not even my relatives. I know exactly where I'm going. And I know that I'm not taking any of these fucking devices with me. None of them. I've been preparing for this for decades. So I want y'all to be aware of what's going on. And like I said, when it comes to shit, you know, with Jaguar, whatever, if it's not something where it's slanderous or defamatory, or like in this situation, I just discovered it because me going over there looking for content to, you know, use for the event, I don't care, man. I don't. Like all of this distraction shit, I'm not giving my energy to it. God sent me back here to expose this at this time, and the angels told me that. They said there's a lot of things that we're not going to show you until it is time for you to talk about it. My current situation, the people I've reached out to for support and help. One, I want to thank all of y'all that have the heart and the intention to help, even if you can't. But what the angel showed me in heaven, they said, we are not going to show you everything. until it is time for you to give them the knowledge. I want you to research super Earths since the 90s. I want you to go on Netflix and watch Don't Look Up. Like, watch that this weekend, if you can. The shit they do in that movie and the way that movie ends is exactly what I was shown in heaven. And exactly what I've been seeing in my premonitions since 2011. All of my wealth that I know is coming towards me, even in my current situation, I speak wealth over my life. I speak good health over my life. I speak abundance, prosperity, favor. Everything I was shown in heaven, bruh, has been happening. And this, like when I talked to Amanda, and y'all please keep my sis in your prayers because she just lost her aunt. Please pray for my sis Amanda and her family. She's the one I was going to bring on panel with me, and she just found out that one of her aunts passed away. So, of course, we're not going to do that right now. But we talked this past week, and she said, it's blowing my mind, Dee. Everything God showed us between 2011 and 2013 is happening, like right now in real time. It's surreal. Even the war right now, Iran and Israel, those are the descendants of Abraham's seed. Like, what's happening is biblical, and people want me to focus on bullshit. I don't think so, but will I address the bullshit? You motherfucking right. Focus on it, no. Address it, yes. It's time to get prepared. Be thou prepared, not scared. We do not operate from the frequency of fear. Get prepared. The fact that they even brought up CERN in that movie, I was like, bruh. CERN and black matter and nanotechnology and particles, all of this shit I've been showing y'all during the lives with the nanotechnology and the RFID chip and the grid, the UHF grid from the television that they are now using. They've been using since the 90s to perform, to create the grid for the RFID chip. Like I said, I hope things go well the way I want them to go for the rest of the day so that I can do this live tonight and show y'all. Because it's already here. And it's really, I really believe that by 2030, it's going to be mandatory. Project 2030 and the global united system, the one world system, the one world currency, the one world religion, the one world God, bowing to the goat, bowing to Baphomet and Lucifer being the new Christ. All of that is biblical. And all of that is what I was shown. And I was also shown how the chosen, we fight and we win. Satan was only allowed 1,000 years to rule planet Earth. This is the home for the fallen angels, for Lucifer and the fallen that left heaven, that were actually hurled out of heaven, which the angels in heaven showed me. When punishment comes, it doesn't come from the Most High God. The Most High God is infinite love energy. It comes from the angelic order in heaven. That's saying there's levels to this shit. There's levels in heaven just like there's levels in hell. And hell is above us. The creatures of the earth are from other gods. They have lied so much through religion. And I showed you guys that Illuminati training video where that man said that they were going to use religion as their greatest weapon. Well, that's why a lot of religious people, this ain't the platform for you, because y'all be getting mad because you hear me speaking this truth, because you're brainwashed. And this is coming from a girl who is a former preacher's daughter and bishop's niece. I was raised in religion. I was raised in apostolic Pentecostal churches. We had a church. I've seen pastors and bishops with Masonic robes. I just didn't know they were Masonic robes until I researched it. This is not conspiracy theory. This is real. We're living out the word of God every day. And if you're one of the chosen, you're already in tune with that frequency anyway. So I see the play. I see the entire play. I genuinely believe these quote unquote elite predators, such as Diddy and allegedly Jay-Z and Beyonce and Clive Davis and all these other people, I feel like they have planted Jaguar and a bunch of other content creators on this channel, not on this channel, on this app and on these channels. And channel can be used in witchcraft to channel energy. I feel like you were planted here. And I definitely feel like you were planted on my channel to try to stop me because I'm hitting the nail on the head a little too much. And I think it's making the elite uncomfortable. The people who are awakening on this channel. And Jaguar, they hated seeing you get healed on this channel. So the MK Ultra, they activated within you. They activated that Baphometic Luciferian energy to take over you. And that is what was speaking through you and working through you when you did the shit you did last year. So when Archangel Michael brought his ass over here talking about, I know you're angry. Oh no, baby. I'm just exposing. See, in order for me to be angry, she would have to have my power, which she has no authority to have that. I have power and dominion over her and her demons. But now I am exposing you for who you are. And I'm going to keep doing that until justice is served. Not just for me, for everybody you've hurt. For every survivor of sexual abuse that you have bullied, harassed, and threatened. Tammy Wallace said on Stone Paxton's channel that you allegedly bullied her. She said you were abusive to her. And she said you also threatened her. And she was one of the first survivor of sexual abuse, telling her story about someone from the sports industry allegedly raping her. That's not anything that I would have ever done to her. And I told her to come over here. I said, you definitely have a safe place here. And instead she chose to align with, you know, the other content creators. And at that time, I didn't know that Stone Paxton was in alignment with Danny Robertson and Official King Payne. I found that out through investigation, my own investigation. This platform is a safe place for all of the LGBTQIA community, whether you're gay, straight, bi, trans. That's why I defended Cody the way that I did. When Temper posted that transphobic shit in the chat and I didn't see it and he emailed me. That's how we ended up even bonding and getting close, was behind all of that. So for Official King Payne to do what he did and claim, well, it's because you were roasting Danny and y'all were saying Danny is trans. No, Odell was saying Danny was trans, and Odell was saying Danny was a cross-dresser, and we were laughing and roasting about the photos that were allegedly of this person, because you could clearly see this was a man dressing as a woman, and I was saying live in your truth, because I believe that. If you're trans, live in your truth. If you're gay, if you're bi, live in your truth. I don't support people who are DL that pretend that there's something they're not, but then behind closed doors, you got a whole double life, but in public, you want to act like, oh, this is not who I am. Men who be marrying women knowing that they like other men. Like, come on, man, just live in your truth. And again, that was roasting, laughing, kiki. That wasn't, oh, I'm dragging this. Nah. Now, the Danny Robertson channels that kept popping up in Jaguar's chat, when I was a moderator and even before I was a moderator, you motherfucking right I talked about that because that person is psychotic. How do you make 5011 YouTube accounts to troll somebody that you claim you don't like? See, that shit, all of that shit is weird. It's all given mental illness. Like, who the hell has the time to do that? If you're a person with talents and you're pursuing, careers and you're pursuing goals, you don't have time to make 50 to 100 different YouTube accounts to troll people. Those are signs of mental illness. Those are signs of mania. And y'all do it for content and call other people crazy, but you don't even see how crazy you look doing that shit. Just like Joy and all the rest of y'all trolls that keep coming over here trying to leave comments. Baby, you're blocked. Move on. Because you look real crazy obsessing over my channel because I don't fuck with you no more. And what that secretly tells me is that there was something you were getting here. Because you cannot stop watching me when I don't even watch you. These are things that people want me to be caught up in and constantly. No. Because pretty soon, I'm not going to be on YouTube or Rumble or Facebook or Instagram or TikTok. Won't nobody know where the fuck I'm at except for my immediate family, because we will be off grid together. And I will not have any of these devices. My dad told me exactly what to do, and that's exactly what I'm doing when my wealth comes in. I know exactly what to get. I know exactly where to go. And I know how to keep touch in a way that I cannot and will not ever be tracked. And there are certain things I will not share publicly. If you want to know about how to get off the grid, you better start researching it, because I sure enough been researching it for about a good 25, damn near 30 years. It's time to get prepared. 222 on the live clock. Again, another angel number confirming. Thank you, ancestors. Y'all been showing me all the angel numbers. I didn't see 33, 33, 44, 44, 555, and now 22, 22. I got to update my angel number journal. When it comes down to it, my channel is for healing. I do plan to do some more promoting for my spiritual consultations. Because there have been people that have been emailing and DMing me interested. So I plan on getting some edits out here, going through my old lives, showing the times that I've channeled and have used my spiritual gifts to help people, And then everyone who's ever booked a consultation with me have all confirmed that the things I've channeled have been accurate, and I've aided them in their healing and continue to whenever bookings do come in. And then when bookings are slow and things are slow, there's certain people I'll reach out to and say, hey, are you able to send a donation? If so, I'll put that towards your next consultation. So even people who have donated, they're still getting consultations in exchange for their donations when they do. But a lot of times things are slow. And it is because of me needing the surgery. And I still use my talents to manifest. And I speak healing. I speak abundance. I don't speak lack. So it's like, people making up lies, people getting paid to lie, people clout chasing, relatives is pissed off because I've blocked them, I've cut them off because they're toxic. Now you want to be known. All of this shit is so that I will not be focused on God's purpose. That's why I just choose peace now. If a person's fucked up, hey, I hope you heal, man, for real. Even if I don't like you, even if I don't fuck with you, I still hope you heal because you need it. Like, straight up, you need, the people who treat you the worst are the ones who need healing the most. I'm high vibrational enough to know that. Even when it does hurt me, even when it does piss me off, I know that person really needs healing. That's why I still pray for them. Not because I want them back in my life. Oh no, once I don't trust you, once I cut you off, you gonna stay cut off. Unless you come back to me and genuinely try to make it right, I will never fuck with you ever again in life. I'm a real ass Scorpio. Just as much as I love and support you, I'll cut that shit off in a heartbeat the minute you betray me. That is what makes Scorpio's energy so deadly. Because we could love you, love you, love you, and then go cold on you and act like you never existed because we don't want you to hurt us ever again. Not because we're holding a grudge. To protect us. That doesn't mean I'm not going to still pray for your healing. It just means you don't get to have access to me no more. That's your loss, not mine. Because access to me can be nothing but a blessing to you. Because I'm going to send you positive energy. I'm going to pray for you. I'm going to pray for you to be abundant. I'm going to pray for favor to be over your life. I'm going to pray for you to be protected. When demons come against you, I'm going to go into spiritual warfare and defend you. Because I know I have dominion over demons because I've cast them out of people in real life, in person. I've done successful exorcisms. I'm a threat to the devil's kingdom. That's why the fuck these people fight against me. Because they see the power in me. Jaguar saw the power in me. Y'all saw that. You saw every time she came on live and asked me to pray for her. And you didn't see the phone calls when she called me and asked me to pray for her. So no, I'm not going to be caught up in all this bullshit. I'm not going to be caught up in all these distractions. I'm going to address shit. And if it comes back up, and I feel the need to address it again, I will. But for the most part, I'm not really focused on all of this. And that's the problem. They want me to be focused on this, and I'm not. If you believe in God, please get close to the Most High God. Tap in. God dwells within us. God is not a white man. God is not a man at all. God is not a woman. God has no gender. God is not a human being. People have their own experiences. I can only speak for my own when I died and went to heaven. God is infinite spirit energy that is nothing but unconditional love. The highest level of love you will ever experience and that you will never experience on this earth. No drug, no alcohol, no sex, nothing can compare to the energy of the Most High God in heaven. There is nothing on earth that compares to that. You can't even honestly humanly explain when you go to heaven and feel God's frequency. It's very difficult to humanly explain it, which is why I'm animating it in my movie, God versus Magog. I'm doing a documentary about my experience, then I'm also doing an animated series about it. In addition to my album that I'm writing and producing. In addition to my editing that I'm doing. With this condition that I'm speaking healing over. So when I say that I'm divinely protected, the entire angelic order in heaven protects me. That's why I don't worry about these human beings that are lower than me. Whose frequencies are lower than me. No one can take away my experience when I went to heaven. Nobody can. And everything I was shown has manifested. Literally everything, including my two youngest nieces. I seen both of them before my sister was pregnant with them. And my last niece I seen when she was pregnant with my nephew because I thought she was having a girl. And then it came out a boy. I said, then you're going to have a daughter later. And sure enough, 2 years later, she got pregnant with my youngest niece. So my spiritual gifts are extremely real. That's why Jaguar tried to come for her and Grace, because Grace was jealous because she's a low frequency witch. You mad because you're not as powerful as me, and every spell work that you and Jaguar didn't work. It backfired on both of y'all. That was my ancestors on y'all asses. So when it comes to spirituality, when it comes to healing, when it comes to doing God's will, when it comes to learning about the truth about God, the truth about spirituality, that is what this platform is for. Not all this bullshit, distractionary crap that ain't got nothing to do with anybody's soul being saved, with anybody trying to get a close relationship with God. None of this distraction shit y'all doing. You're not aiding humanity in any way, shape, or form. If anything, you're an agent of the devil sent to create chaos. If you want me to tell you the truth, that's what I really believe about Jaguar. When she went on 2 Week channel, I be calling them 2 Week, but their channel's actually called Too Strong. Because they both act like bitch ass niggas too. When she went on there and they interviewed her and they asked her, they said, you keep saying that you know for a fact that Beyonce is a dark witch. And it's like, how do you know that? She said, because it takes one to know one. And then she jumped off the live and the chat erupted. The live had ended. I was in that live and people was going in on her in the comments. I knew she was a witch. I knew she was in the like people was going the fuck in on Jaguar. So when she came over to this channel and started receiving healing, and I started showing the positive side to her, trying to help her raise her frequency, trying to help her heal, it was almost like she redeemed herself coming over here. And then you do the same Judas ass, hoe ass shit. When people started coming to my channel from your channel and staying. And then was like, oh, she's stealing my subscribers. Why would I steal your subscribers when I'm a mod on your channel with my own channel and have done nothing but support you? Like, those thoughts alone come from demons. Those negative, constantly thinking everybody's out to get you, those are also symptoms of bipolar schizophrenia. That's why I brought up Tasha K, because again, you was, look, according to what I seen, y'all was like besties. So I'm kind of inclined to believe her when she said what she said about you and your family. Because apparently, you know, she was close with you. So was Sean Davey Way, who you call Sean Monkey Way. Like I said, I've been investigating you. You've turned every single person on YouTube that's tried to support you into your enemy. And then you call them trolls, and then you do content, salacious content, dragging them for filth, because you know that drama gets views on YouTube. You know salacious content gets views on YouTube. When you could have used your voice to sing in the God frequency of 963 hertz, which I displayed on my channel, you singing in that frequency in your past, you could have used your voice to help heal people. But instead you use your voice to tear people down, and you call yourself an advocate. You're no different from the blasphemous false prophets in the church lying to people, telling people that they need to plant seed offerings so God can bless them. You're no different. That's why I believe you're a scammer, because you put on personas to get people to financially support you instead of being consistent in your energy all the time. See, when you a real motherfucker, your energy is consistent. You don't flip-flop and be wishy-washy and shit. How the fuck you went from exposing Jay-Z and Diddy to never talking about Jay-Z anymore? And then I think it was Cody that told me that you was over there doing a live reminiscing about when you sang back up to him on Song Cry. Wait a minute, not the nigga you called a whole monster on Pierce Morgan. That's like me reminiscing about my ex-fiance that raped me. Every time I think about him, I get angry. Still, I'm still working through that. Still working through that. That's like me sitting on YouTube right now showing pictures of him and reminiscing about when we was together. The fuck? These are the reasons people keep saying you're not a credible source of information, because you flip-flop too damn much. I don't want y'all to hear me flushing the toilet because I'm cleaning, trying to get myself up. This shit with YouTube and this algorithm shit and people clout chasing and lying just to get paid, it speaks of your character, it speaks of your lack of integrity. The many content creators that have tried to test me to get me to come over to, well, come over, no, baby. My fee for appearing on anybody's channel to do any sort of interviews or talk about anything is $5,500, and that's starting, and that's per hour. I'm not coming to nobody's channel doing shit unless it's an opportunity for me. Me going on Real Life Street Stars for the Blue Couch performance, that's an opportunity for me as an artist to perform. D Natural, which is my stage name. D Natural with the natural afro. But sitting on people's platforms to discuss this bullshit from the past, you got me fucked up. Because in all honesty, I don't care that much. I just am sick and tired of people lying. Like, not you gonna sit your ass there and still lie? When my live is still up on my channel, if you go to my channel right now, for those of y'all that are new viewers, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, go under my section that says live. Click on most popular. You're gonna see that live where I did that 5.5 hour analysis and showed y'all the discrepancies that appeared to be AI altered content within that live. That's exactly what I told Danny Robertson last year. I said, baby, if you want to see it, just go watch my live. I think 5.5 hours is enough of my time to show bullshit, especially for free. And I did that to just find out, okay, did he really do this? Did Jaguar really say that? Because I remember I put in the comments, I said, if Jaguar really said that, I'm not fucking with her no more. I said it then. I was like, if she really said that shit about Jay-Z and lied about it, I'm finna unsubscribe from her channel right now. And I decided to screen record so I could analyze that footage to see, did she really say that shit? Because they was all in the comments. No, Jaguar said that shit. She said Jay-Z right there. I was there. I'm like, damn, why all these people, they fighting and arguing and going off? So again, that was because I didn't believe it. I was like, this is fucked up. I've been supporting this motherfucker for how many years? So nah, it wasn't no situation where Jaguar paid me. And trolls, y'all still carrying that bullshit with no evidence. Every last one of y'all stupid as hell, which is why I don't even respond to y'all no more. But the reality is that was what came behind the discovery of the AI alterations. Was me just not wanting to believe, one, that she would say that, and two, that Storm would put this out. Again, from what we see on the outside looking in, it looks like all Jaguar did was support Storm, and then Storm turned on her for clout. But the research I did, that ain't the situation. It was a lot more that story than what was put out there. And from what I've heard from sources close to both, they have been beefing before all of that. So all of this coming out was kind of like an explosion. And then, well, you did this to me, so now I'm going to put this out there. And this is going to make me go viral. And instead, it backfired on both of y'all. Because it made both of y'all look bad. It made him look bad. He had to take that shit down. And it made you look bad. And then it brought a shit ton of trolls to my channel, accusing me of lying, accusing me of getting paid when ain't nobody got no fucking evidence of that at all. Then next thing you know, she's telling people that Danny Robertson paid me. I'm like, you cyber bullied me. What the fuck you mean, Danny? And then Murph. sending the little family chat that they was doing with Ralph. I know for a fact Danny Robertson paid D to do this to Jaguar. What the fuck did I do to Jaguar? Except sit there in confusion, wondering why the hell she's yelling at me because I fucking fell asleep. All this distractionary bullshit. Let's get D caught up in all of this so she don't be talking about the satanic agenda. Let's get D caught up in all of this so she don't focus on her spirit. Man, fuck all of y'all. That's why I said what I said. Yeah, it was sad to hear that Murph had died again because he has kids. But nigga, that I told y'all it was gonna be 5 deaths. I told y'all. Because I seen them. I said, and other people are gonna get locked up, and other people are gonna get exposed. All of that shit is happening now, and it's not gonna stop. And I'm not gonna stop shit. Talking about call your ancestors off. Oh no. Once you in their hands, you in their hands. Ain't nothing I can do about it. You should have did the shit you did to call them towards you. And the Fisher King came, the minute you spoke of my ancestors, they immediately came for your motherfucking ass, and they have not stopped. And they're not going to stop. I cannot stop any funeral that I see. I've never been able to do that. I'm not God. But I can tell you I've been seeing funerals since I was 8 years old, and them people die every time. My auntie that died, I saw her funeral 3 times. So that's a spiritual gift God has given me as a psychic medium to warn people and to prepare you for that. But I can't stop it from happening. That's the Most High God's job to do. But trust and believe, if I tell you I seen some shit, it's gonna happen. So I don't all this extra bullshit y'all lying on all these goddamn platforms, you especially Jaguar. You might got certain gifts, but I know you haven't seen the shit I was shown. Because when it happens, you're gonna be shocked and devastated. All at once. I seen it. I seen you breaking down. I seen you in worse tears than I was last year when you did that shit to me. So, like, and what the beautiful thing about this is going to be too, is the people that you're going to find out involved, I have zero to deal with because they're people I don't fuck with now. And some of them people that are going to be involved in your demise were sitting on that platform with you. In fact, a lot of them were sitting on that platform with you. So trust me when I say, baby, oh yeah, my gifts are very real. And my clients can confirm it. So I would rather focus on promoting my gifts, promoting my skill set, and with today being the 4-4 portal, and 4 being the angel number, for your angels and ancestors guiding you and being with you and protecting you, and 4 also being the angel number for grounding and stability. This is why that's been my focus, not just today, but all week. I've been focused on, even when finances have not manifested, I'm gonna sit here and edit as long as I can. I'm gonna get this content out. Even when, just like right now, I'm in the bathroom dealing with this, I sit and edit content, and if I'm gonna do a live, I do all my research. You know, I search credible news outlets, credible online, you know, like MSN, all that, and then I look for credible sources on YouTube. And it's kind of hard sometimes because a lot of people do the clickbaity titles, and then you go into a video and there's no evidence of what they're talking about. And as y'all know on my platform, I'm never gonna tell you or talk about something or show you something without me researching it first to physically show you what I'm talking about. So that's been my focus all week. And honestly, that's gonna continue to be my focus. But I decided to do this live while I was in here because I'm like, not me going to research or real life for content to promote for the Blue Couch performances, and then seeing this motherfucker in the video lineup talking about calling Storm a liar. Like, how you call everybody a liar but yourself? Again, delusions of grandeur is a person's inability to see themselves. And narcissists and people who do suffer from bipolar disorder, they are always, they don't have the ability to take accountability. It's just not within them. They either run like a coward and avoid you when you call them out on their shit, or they gaslight and try to flip it on you and make it seem like you're the victim, or not the victim, you're the villain and they're the victim, because they do not have the capability to see that they are the ones that are fucked up. And not to mention, I've been working through my own issues for years with therapists, with life coach, and my own research, because going through the things I've gone through, having been raped and date raped after being raped by my ex-fiance, definitely left me dealing with complex PTSD and depression. And then Graves' disease alone, which is the autoimmune disease I was born with, also causes depression and anxiety and nervousness and, a whole bunch of shit. So I decided I wasn't going to allow my trauma to control me, and I'm going to work to heal it, even on my own, even outside of my sessions. And that's why I bring all of that with my consultations to my clients. Like, everything I've learned, everything I've researched, everything I still do is what I teach during my consultations. So that is more where I want my channel to be focused on, because one, that is my spiritual purpose. That is why God sent me back here. And two, I genuinely have the heart to help people heal, because I know what it's like to have to suffer in silence when you've dealt with sexual abuse, to be told to be silent, and to have people invalidate your experience because they don't want to be exposed. That's what a real advocate is someone who can directly relate to your trauma and help you heal. Not somebody who says they're an advocate, but then you threaten for other people to be raped and killed. So, fuck all of that. Ain't anybody got time for that? I'm not dealing with any of that bullshit. But when I see bullshit, I'm going to call bullshit out. And that definitely is some bullshit. You sitting up there talking about it was Google metadata that discovered the AI discrepancies. And then people was in the comments, well, Google be lying and Google's not accurate. Oh, no, baby, it was me that discovered that. And my analysis was definitely accurate. And no, I don't fuck with her, and no, I don't support her. But my analysis was definitely accurate. And there was a shit ton of terribly AI altered edits and cuts in that fucking premiere live. So I'm not finna argue and go back and forth with dumbasses on YouTube that I was in that live, baby. I don't care. Again, if you want to believe that a goddamn dustpan that's plastic and hard as shit can flap, then you're just as delusional as Jaguar. As much as y'all like, oh, I hate her, but you're just as crazy as she is. If you could sit there and watch that shit and still say it was not AI altered. And I don't argue with stupid people. I don't even waste my time going back and forth with people that I know are less intelligent than me and that do not possess any sort of editing skills or editing analysis skill set whatsoever. Because that would make me as dumb and as low frequency as you go back and forth with you. So I just be blocking y'all. But I just wanted to address a few things. So I've got to figure some things out for today. but I am also going to be editing more content because honestly, again, that's how I built my channel, you know, and my investigations, my investigative research, I'm definitely still going to do, but I do want to balance out my channel with comedy because that's honestly how I built my channel. Putting out the Country Wayne content, Just Hilarious, both my top two favorite melanin comedians, along with Cat Williams. All of that. That's actually how I've always coped with the traumas that I've spoken healing over and have been working through is comedy. Shea Hair Museum, shout out to her. All of her videos with Princess and Pernell, she started really going hard with comedy after she lost her mom. She completely inspires me because that's not easy to do when you lose a parent. And comedy is healing. I even have told my clients that when you're feeling depressed or feeling down, watch something funny. I guarantee you, it's gonna. You cannot be sad and laugh. Like literally, you can't. You can't be sad and laugh at the same time. So if you're laughing, you're not sad. I will literally rewatch same. I'll watch Joe Dirt 11 times and laugh like it's the first time I've seen it because that movie makes me laugh and it inspires me. So those are the things I would like to stay focused on as it pertains to my channel, not all this distraction shit, the clout chasing shit, the troll shit, the people lying to me, lying on me, betraying me, running to other platforms, subscribing to platforms that you've witnessed people. If that's what kills me too, those of y'all that witnessed that fuck shit that Danny Robertson and Official King Kane did last year, being subscribed to either of them channels, and then you wonder why the hell I'm not fucking with you. You wonder why I ain't got shit to say to you now? There is no fucking way I'm gonna believe that you support me and you're supporting either of them. Same thing I said about Jaguar. You can subscribe to whoever fucking channel you want, but don't think you're gonna have access to me outside of YouTube if you do. I'm gonna cut you off. I don't care how much I love you. I don't care how close we were. You lie to me, I'm cutting you off. You support people that you watched slander, defame, lie, and bully me, and you think I'm gonna fuck with you outside of YouTube? When I say I'm a real ass Scorpio, I'm a real ass Scorpio. I will cut you off immediately and act like you never existed. So that's why I'm saying now, everybody that does not support this platform, I want you to unsubscribe right now so you can make room for people who do. Because trust me, you're going to get replaced 1,000% immediately. All them people that left with Jaguar, they've all been replaced and then some. In fact, I've gained 1,000 times more subscribers since they left. Ain't that some shit? So I'm about to finish cleaning myself up. But I figured while I was sitting here, let me go on and talk about this because not this nigga lying still on real life. And I'm really glad for all the people that was in them comments going in on her ass, calling her a liar, because she is. You getting all your karma publicly right now, just like I said you was going to last year. And it's about to get worse, and I'm going to just sit back and watch. Family, I don't know if I'm going to be back later tonight or not. If so, y'all will see it. If not, I can't tell you when because, like I said, I got shit I'm working on, you know, people that I'm connected with, and we are collectively building a new sector within the music industry of independent artists who, one, believe in God and don't believe in selling our souls, and two, independent artists that don't believe that you have to succumb to any sort of abuse of any level to make it in the industry. So no, it's not called cruelty-free artistry, but we are collectively building this new part. And the people that God is aligning me with, they've already been working on it. And they're already working with other major artists and all of that. So that's where my focus is. So if you don't see me on live, it's because I'm focused on networking and manifesting my new opportunity so that I'm not in a position where, you know, help or have to ask for help. So I'm not in a position where I'm financially challenged, because I don't like to use any sort of lack words, to where there's no financial challenges. That is my goal. And with today being the 4/4 portal, I'm speaking that right now. I'm setting my intentions that today I am healthy, I am wealthy, I am abundant, I am highly favored. I'm loved by the universe, my angels, ancestors, spirit guides, and I am loved by those who genuinely support me. And I'm grateful no matter what I go through. Even what I just physically went through this entire life, I'm grateful for my healing. And I want you guys to learn that from me. Speak it into existence and believe it until it happens, even when it's really hard. Even times when I have not had a place to stay, when I have not had the money that I need, when it has not manifested, I still find something to be grateful for. Even when I am bleeding and I'm in pain, or I'm having to deal with these challenges, Lord, thank you for my healing. Yes, I vent. Yes, it gets frustrating. I'm human. But then I shift my focus back to gratitude. Lord, thank you. Thank you for my eyesight. There are people that are blind right now. Thank you for my hearing. There are people that are deaf right now. Thank you for my natural body. Thank you for my natural hair. Thank you for my talents. Thank you for my singing voice, despite the fact they cut across my vocal cords during my thyroid cancer surgery in 2010. Thank you that I'm cancer free. So no matter what I go through, Lord, I thank you anyhow. Just like Ty Tribet's song, Hallelujah Anyhow, there's always something to thank God for. Always. So I don't care what you're going through. Praise God through it. That's how I get through all of this shit. I put on my gospel playlist. I praise God. I sing. I put on my high frequency music, even if I got to listen to it in my earphones on my phone. And I just give God glory, because gratitude attracts abundance. If people were more focused on abundance, they would be focused less on distractions. So with that being said, I'm going to talk to y'all later, family. I love y'all. And for those, if this was your first time tuning in, thank you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'll talk to y'all later.